So let me ask you this, because there's a lot of agents out there that are struggling. They're new. They don't know where to go. They're not sure what to do, how to do it, why to do it, when to do it, where to do it.
I know.
Or they don't know what to do with their hands or their time. They're like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So what's some advice you can give someone out there that's listening and they're like, man, I want to be Moe Biltagi when I grow up?
Yeah. I would say, first of all, don't give up. Don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on growing.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like you don't become great, like, instantly, Cody, right? Cody didn't happen overnight. I mean, there's videos there from 10 years ago. Right. I mean, and I remember when I sat across for my interview, my manager asked me a question. He said, how much money do you want to make, Mo? And I said, I'd like to make $250,000 a year at least, because my uncle's making like $750, and that was in like the 80s.
Wow.
I know. As an insurance agent, right? Wow. As an insurance agent, he was making around $750 a year. And so I would say continuously grow. Yeah. Right. And I guess the reason why I would say that, he said the man that he's going to make $250,000 a year, Mo, is not the man that's sitting in front of me today. So if you're looking to make a 6-figure income, if you're looking to make a 7-figure income, you got to develop into that, right? Like growth and learning, perfect your pitch, perfect your craft, right? Yeah. Become a product expert, become a psychology expert, watch I am a YouTube junkie, right? I mean, if it wasn't for YouTube, I would not know who Cody Askins is, right? I'm on YouTube looking up psychology of the sales closing, sales body language, eye contact. I like saying people's name, right? I like saying people's name over and over and over and over. I like people saying yes.
Yes.
I tend to sell with humor. Not everyone is a comedian, but I tend to sell with humor. Insurance isn't exactly the funnest thing in the world.
No.
If you make it boring, people are bored.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to buy when they're bored.
No, I was just telling our salespeople that this morning. I'm like, lighten up, like have some fun, like, change it up, like get their attention. Like, don't be so like stiff and boring and like.
No. Also, I talk a lot about giving energy instead of taking energy. If your energy level is here and the client's energy level is here, you're draining.
Yeah.
Who wants to be around somebody who's draining?
That's exactly right. That's why I love being around you, man.
Right? You need to be 2 notches above the client. It's kind of hard to be 10 notches above the client.
Yeah.
But you need to be 2 notches above the client.
Yeah.
Right? And people buy from people they like.
That's right.
So be likable.
Yeah.
Right? Have some fun. When I ask people, what's funner than selling insurance? Or what's funner than meeting with your insurance agent, Cody? People always say everything. That's the most common answer.
That's good.
Right? So you got to know that you're in a situation that is not really the most enjoyable.
Yeah.
So you got to make it kind of a little more enjoyable for the client.
That's right.
So I always, I lead with humor. I always tell clients, speak from your heart, not from your wallet. Yeah. Right? Treat people as if they were your parents, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your uncle. Make proper recommendations. As agents, we have a fiduciary responsibility to act on people's behalf in their best interest.
That's right.
Be the leader that they need. When you go to the doctor, they don't tell you there's 5 different blood pressure medications. Which one do you want? But when you go to an insurance professional, they tell you, oh, there's 5 different policies. Which ones do you want? And it sounds so silly when I say it as a doctor, but for some reason, agents just want to like buffet their products. This isn't a buffet. I choose what you get. I'm the professional.
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. If you knew what you were talking about, you wouldn't need me.
That's right.
So you need to have the guts and the experience and the professionalism and the confidence to lead them, because I always say that we're looking for people that will allow you to lead them. Because some people can't be led, Cody.
That's right.
Some people don't want to be led. They're not your clients. Sometimes also I tell clients something really powerful to know is when to kind of back off. Like that push pull. Like I read this book a long time ago about being a people magnet.
Yes.
How to be a people magnet. You can Google it.
What book is that? How to be a people magnet?
It's just go. I don't even remember the name. It was 12 years ago. How to be a people magnet. It was an audio book, actually. I can barely read.
I'm in.
right? And it talked about the flow of the conversation being one of the most important things. You know, when you tend to push a lot, people tend to back away.
True that.
Right? We always talk about that takeaway. Well, the takeaway is it's more like a back off.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
And sometimes you got to force people. You asked me a question, Cody, that forced me to make a decision earlier. And it's funny you did it because I teach the agents to do it. When people tell me they want to think about it, they're not really sure. They're going to want to wait. I say, well, listen, I totally agree. You should wait. Right? But if you had to choose now, which one would you choose?
Exactly.
And I always add it by telling me why. So which one would you choose and why? So then clients literally tell me what they're going to choose and why they would choose it.
I like the why piece.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
because
good.
I like to sell the why more than the what. So when I make a recommendation to the client and I make a recommendation, I show them two options because I want them to feel like they have an option. But truthfully, Cody, they don't have an option. I already know what I want to sell them.
That's right.
I know what's in their best interest. So I'm going to tell them what they should buy. And I'm going to tell them why they should buy it based on their situation.
Dude.
Right? Here's your situation. Here's what I recommend. Here's why you should buy it. And you know what they do, Cody? Exactly what you're doing right now. And guess what they do next? They give me their social, their driver's license, their bank account.
Yeah.
And I met them 12 minutes ago.
Exactly. This is gold.
They're buying it. I'm not selling it. People want to buy. They don't want to be sold.
This is gold, man. This is so good. Did you know you'd be this good of a sales trainer one day?
You know, I had this good of a sales trainer.
Yeah. Well, also too, you're a confident individual. You can tell you've always had personal confidence in yourself. So yes, you knew you'd be this good. Yes, you knew you'd be this successful. Yes, you knew that you'd be speaking at a conference one day.
And you know, even at my level, Cody, I feel like I have so much more growth to be had.
Okay, so on that note, here's my question. Your uncle, something stood out to me big time. You said a few minutes ago, your uncle, right, made $750,000 in insurance.
Yeah.
You couldn't get in it and not think bigger because of that.
Absolutely. You're right. I mean, my dad was in a factory growing up. He worked in an aerospace industry for 34 years. He retired out of a factory. My first year in the insurance business, I made more money than my dad did his 35th year working his job. And wow. I knew I was gonna do well here. And don't get me wrong, I didn't come in and make $300,000 and $400,000 like some of these new agents come in and make, because it's insane seeing these numbers these 20-year-olds are coming in doing nowadays, right? They didn't have the resources we have. You know, I had to use MapQuest. I didn't have a cell phone, right? If I didn't press, I remember not running at MapQuest from my last appointment to my house and being lost for 3 hours, right? Because I was 4 hours away. I never said no to an appointment, Cody.
Yeah.
I would drive to Sacramento. I would drive to Bakersfield. I would drive hours from where I lived to go run 2 appointments.
Wow.
Right. And you know, because I always bet on myself. I always figured, you know what? I mean, they're there waiting for me. I got this.
Yes, you do.
Right. I got this. And I'm always, you know, I feel like I can connect with people, and I feel like that's important. You know, I mean, you got to be genuine. Like, people gotta, you know, and I'm not, you know, I'm kind of unique. I know I don't look the way I sound, and my name is a little strange.
How do you spell your name for those that want to look you up after?
So yeah, my name is Moe Biltagi, Biltagi. And both of my parents are Middle Eastern, but I was born in Southern California. And, you know, I feel very American, but I don't look very American. And I grew up in like a hick town, Norco, California, you know, Horsetown, USA's on the side of the, you know, the building. And so, I mean, I feel very like local, but I look foreign.
But you sound local. You know.
Yeah. No, I get it. I was born here. Right? I've never even been to the Middle East. I've been here my whole life. So, you know, I feel like a surfer, bro. You know, I grew up surfing in Huntington. You know, I mean, so that's what I feel like. But I feel like it's interesting, and I feel like that gives me a story.
Yes.
And people want to know more. So, you know, I feel like for all those people that have accents that look different, that feel different, don't be afraid of that. Like, really be proud of it and embrace it and put it out there. I mean, you know, something that really motivated me a long time ago was there was an Indian gentleman that had such a strong accent that wore a turban on his head. And he was an insurance, like a big insurance producer. I saw his video on YouTube a long time ago in the early stages of YouTube. And it really, really motivated me how like this guy who a lot of people in his situation might have been, you know, scared or embarrassed. I hear so many people say, oh, my accent holds me back, or, you know, I'm afraid people aren't going to understand what I say, or it's all in your head, right? It's all about mindset, Cody. Anything is possible.
That's right.
You can make it happen. The bad news is it's up to you.
That's it. It's all up to you, man, right?
That's the bad news.
How do they, in closing, if they want to learn more, as you mentioned a second ago, how do they reach out to you?
Well, you know, you can email me. You can reach me on Instagram, Life Insurance Agent Mentor. You know, that's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me. You know, if you want to call me, my number is 951-858-4303. I've had that number since I've been in high school. So, you know, I'm not really a jumper. Been married a long time, married one girl. I ain't getting married again. Yeah. Right. I've been at this agency for my almost my whole career. You know, I'm not chasing the next best thing.
Yeah.
I'm committed to making what I have work, because an extra 5% commission isn't going to change your life.
No, that's good.
What's going to change your life is you doubling your production.
Yes.
Right. And so my uncle told me something a long time ago, Cody. He said, a little bit of a lot is way better than a lot of a little. He told me that when I was really young. Right. And I keep repeating these things because, you know, they hold true to me.
That's awesome. Well, dude, you're a special dude. Your energy is infectious. I'm excited to see you at 8% coming up in 30 days from today, by the way. Okay.
I know it's coming quick. It's exciting.
You are infectious. You are helping the industry. You care. You're one of my favorite people. So thank you for spending some time with me today.
I really appreciate that, Cody. The feeling's mutual, man. Even though I really haven't spent a lot of time with you, Cody, I feel like I know you so well just because of social media. It's so strange how that like social media effect, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you watch somebody's videos for 30 minutes and you feel like, you know, if you see them somewhere, you'd be like, hey, Cody, you know, like you're best friends. It's so strange, but it's so cool at the same time.
It's crazy. Well, dude, thank you for doing what you're doing, and
appreciate it, Cody.
Keep rocking.
I will. I promise.
Boom. Go follow us, dude. Moe Biltagi.
Appreciate it, you guys.
Appreciate you, buddy. Have a great day.
Have a good one. Thanks, Cody.
Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're going to love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there. Let's jump into steps of a speech. 7 steps to a powerful speech. Number 1. What do you think number 1 is? Get attention. That's right.